So I'm here with Tom Belgrey, not Thomas, right?
Tom's good.
Tom Belgrey. My new friend here, he is really cool, and he just gave me some insight about acting versus like the lead guy or the day guy. And we were kind of talking about how like being the day guy actually has its pros and cons. Well, it has more so pros than cons. Tell me a little bit about that, Tom, right?
Well, the main thing is what I was telling you before, is that I've known some very well-known people, and their life becomes very regimented. They kind of tend to lose control over who they are and what their world is about. I'm a journeyman actor. I mean, I can go into Publix, I can shop, nobody's going to notice me, not going to recognize me, nor they're going to expect to be, who's that guy? So every now and again I get like, do I know you from somewhere? And it's like, no,
Yeah.
I'm just another
And you're
dad.
like, not at all. But didn't I see you on Lincoln? Didn't I see you on Lincoln, the film? Steven Spielberg?
Yes, you did.
Tell us about that. Tell us about the experience working with him. That's amazing.
An incredible experience. Spent 2.5 weeks as Congressman Arthur Bentley, who was not a particularly good guy. And
That's good.
Spielberg doesn't refer to, well, at least on this set, I think it was primarily because Daniel Day-Lewis was so involved in his character. I didn't do any scenes with him. All my scenes were separate. It was like being in a separate movie. But Stephen had to call him Mr. Lincoln or President Lincoln and everything. And so all the characters, nobody had a name other than the name that their character was. So he kept calling me Bentley. And he didn't pay that much attention to me until I did a close-up where I actually spit into a spittoon. So that's, after that, him and Janusz Kaminski thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen, and then I was sort of on the program with them after that.
Got it, okay.
It was, working on a Spielberg film, when you got a budget like that, the food's a lot better than on one of the normal low-budget things. Or
Chicken tenders, right?
No, honest to God, filet mignon, I'm not kidding. No, not every.
Okay.
But,
But
I came out to one time, and they had instead of having like a local caterer, they bought this guy out from Sherman Oaks who had a setup. But filet mignon, legit. Oh yeah.
So what's Steven like?
Really a normal guy for what he is. Because
thank you, Steven, for being normal. I didn't know. I'm sure the viewers want to know too.
Well, the most amazing thing is like when you get on a set, and there's a lot of different directors have different styles because it's an artistic form and it's a creative form. And he comes onto the set, and it's the first AD is like, Governor's on the set, and Steven comes on. He goes, all right, let's lay one down. Pulls out his video thing and goes, okay, action, shoot. That was great, cut. Let's do one more. Boom, action, shoot, cut,
Just like
and
that.
then boom, he's off the set. He goes, next scene, we're going to do 184, cut in, insert. I need the camera over there, and I want it lit from that way. Off and on to the next thing.
Nice.
He was opening War Horse and 1010 at the same time, so he's got like all these people coming in and out, interviewing him and giving him all the information. It's a different world.
That is cool. Also, Tom was in Star Trek Next Generation. I don't know if you guys knew that, for like a hot minute, which I think is amazing because I grew up watching that show too. What was that like?
This is weird because I was working.
Is it weird? But is it weird though?
No, that wasn't weird. It's just another acting job, for God's sake.
Okay.
But I mean, the thing is like, I was working on Being Mary Jane a couple months ago, and I had a stand-in. And the guy is like looking at me really weird, and he goes, "You were in that episode?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Wow. This has got to be a pretty big letdown for you now." And I'm going, it was 20 years ago. I'm just working. It's just another job.
Yeah.
But an incredible job. I mean, I had the ugliest uniform in Starfleet.
Yeah, I think you've done. I think you've done well. I think that's completely fine. You have kids. Are your kids in the industry too? What have you shunned them away from it? What are you?
I took my oldest son, who's 12 years old, into my agent's office, and I had running errands, and she asked me to come in, and she's like, "Wow, he's a really good-looking boy. You think about getting him into the business?" And I was, no, I love this child. I wouldn't do this to my worst enemy.
I wouldn't do this to my child. I think it's refreshing to kind of get your perspective, Tom, on the other side of acting, because I feel like a lot of actors getting into it, they see the glitz and the glam, they see the money, they see the opportunity. But behind the scenes, like, honestly, depending on your level of growth, and to some extent, you might become like a caged monkey, or there's like paparazzi, or you become so famous that you can't really go to the store and just get milk. So it's kind of refreshing to get your perspective on it. Like you've done some really amazing work. You've had like these really incredible jobs. You've worked with incredible directors, and you still maintain your humility. And you're like, no, keep my kids out of it. I like to have my lifestyle. I like to keep my family, away from all this crazy stuff. So it's nice to hear that.
My humility is reinforced every week. And I go into audition, and you get 1 in 5, you're doing great.
Yeah.
So keeping humility is not a problem for me.
Yeah, got it. So what would you tell actors, aspiring actors?
I was really blessed that I got to study with a woman named Stella Adler.
Oh, you studied with Stella. That's
I spent
amazing.
a year and a half with her, and the most important thing, and people don't get this, the craft. It's a craft. It's not, there's a talent level to it, but there's a skill that needs to be learned. And if you're willing to put in the time and the effort to do the skill, the rest of the work will eventually come. It doesn't come quick. It doesn't come easy. And if it does, then you don't appreciate what it really is.
I agree.
But Stella, one of the best things she ever said to me was, an actor's job is to audition.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, you heard it here, folks. The best thing to do is audition, leave it in the room, and carry on about your life. Thank you so much, Tom.
Thank you.
At the Georgia Entertainment Gala Awards Show, and we will see you guys in a little bit.